Hello, I'm Nate Austin, Practice Director for Enterprise Monitoring and Analytics at Evolving Solutions. Today we're going to talk about SAP Performance Monitoring, specifically around common issues that plague SAP basis teams and their IT and business counterparts. I'll present a solution that solves these shortcomings, and we'll do it all within about 5 minutes. This video is a follow-up to a two-part blog series that I recently put together. It can be found on our Evolving Solutions website or from our LinkedIn account. When speaking with clients that have large SAP landscapes, we continuously hear about three major shortcomings of SAP and Solution Manager when it comes to monitoring. First, all alerts require manual setting of thresholds, which just isn't feasible with hundreds of metrics and thousands of different transactions. Second, SAP and Solution Manager don't provide any insight into external systems and services that may interface with SAP. And lastly, that taking traces, while useful, is manual, time-consuming, and misses intermittent problems. So what are we to do? After all, if SAP doesn't have a solution to these problems, who would? Well, there is a solution which can help, and it's called AppDynamics for SAP. In this video, we won't talk about how it's set up, but the main thing to realize is that it's relatively simple and doesn't require any code changes. It's installed as a transport on your ABAP-based system and is SAP certified, so you can be confident that it will work with minimal impact on your systems. Let's take a look at how AppDynamics for SAP solves each of those three shortcomings. First, it has automatically created dynamic baselines for each and every metric that is captured. Second, it provides full end-to-end monitoring and transaction tracing of all transactions into and out of SAP. And third, it automatically and intelligently captures traces for poor performing transactions without intervention. Now, let's go take a look at each of these three capabilities with a live environment. First, when it comes to dynamic baselines, AppDynamics for SAP is no slouch. Every single metric, regardless of its source, is automatically baselined. As an example, here we have an SAP dashboard, and maybe we are interested in understanding what is the normal amount of IDOCS errors for this time period. Drilling in, we can see that we go to a dashboard, just focus on IDOCS metrics, and here we can see in this top chart the volume of inbound and outbound IDOCS. If we want to know if this volume of transactions is normal, we can simply turn on or off the baseline data points in this view by clicking on the corresponding dotted lines. This type of behavior is available for each and every SAP metric and can be used automatically for detecting anomalies and triggering alerts or incidents using percent change or standard deviation. Second, as you can see from this flow map, AppDynamics is able to monitor and dynamically stitch together end-to-end transactions into and out of SAP environments. Here we can see our ABAP-based ERP system, our NetWeaver gateway, our SAP portal, and a bunch of other external services, both third and first party. Flow maps and transaction timing details are all created dynamically without configuration other than giving the services a name. This is something that SAP and Solution Manager simply can't provide. Lastly, when it comes to tracing, AppDynamics for SAP automatically captures traces without intervention for poorly performing transactions or when there are errors. Here we can see some of the various transactions that AppDynamics for SAP is capturing. We see a purchase order detail which looks to be having some issues. While the average response time isn't too bad, here we can see 30% of the transactions are very slow. Let's click into those. Here's a transaction that took over 30 seconds that the basis team and SAP leaders are getting blamed for. Drilling in, we can see that most of the time here is not spent within SAP, but within calls to the inventory services. Regardless, we are spending about 5 seconds of time within our ERP system, so let's take a look at that trace level detail to see where we may be able to optimize things further. For here, the teams will have all the deep technical detail, including the ABAP line of code, where the slowdown is occurring. In conclusion, AppDynamics for SAP is a great product that can help organizations be more proactive with their performance monitoring of their mission-critical SAP platforms. For additional details, or if you'd like to talk to someone from our Enterprise Monitoring and Analytics team about monitoring your SAP environment, please contact us at ema@evolvingsoul.com. Thanks for watching.